since it's just me and you talking and our water here, right? I gotta be honest. This next oil that I want to talk about, when I heard the story and everybody with just gusto sharing the story of the thieves and why we got this formula, I was trying to keep my really kind face on, but I couldn't help but just internally roll my eyes and be like, you people are freaking out of your mind. Are you serious with that old wives' tale? What? Because again, I'm thinking to myself, why is this not talked about? Why am I just now hearing this? I'm not an ignorant person. And let me share with you, maybe you're like me. Maybe you don't like feeling stupid. It's just a thing I have. And so when I would discuss oils with oily communities, the new oily communities who were around me, I felt really stupid. The women in my community were talking about this. They said, oh, your kid won't get sick if you use this. And I had 4 little ones, I told you. And I'm thinking, oh, sweet Jesus, I need a gallon of that. And I'm like, okay, great. What do I do? Just rub it on their feet. Really? Why? Because it'll help keep them from being sick. How? Well, there's oils in there. Yeah, we already established that. So I was super confused, and then they would tell me the story about the thieves, and oh, there were these spice traders, and they douse themselves with herbs, and they'd go around, and they'd rob people, and then for a lighter sentence, they wouldn't, they were, how does it go? For a lighter punishment, I should say, they gave up their secret recipe. Again, I'm a history buff. I had never heard of this story. And I homeschool my children. Like this, we never came across this. Black plague, nonsense, whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, if I'm a thief and I'm apprehended, I'm going to take that secret to the grave. I'm not going to tell anybody. And then when I found out years later, as we did stumble across this story in our history books, I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, it's here. Look at this. They weren't lying after all. I just thought it was some cute story that they made up, that maybe Gary Young made up. I was a skeptic, so I hope I'm talking to all the skeptics. That was me. Like everything they told me, I'm like, I'm calling bullsh. I smell bullsh. Yep, that sounds like a lot of bullsh. I didn't know. They weren't willing to sit with me and really go over everything. So everything, I'm like, that's a lie. You just want me to buy something, right? I mean, do you feel me? Have you ever felt that way? So I found this story. And what had happened is so again, and you have to know the context, right? So the context is back then when these people were apprehended, and it wasn't just like a couple of guys. They call them the 4 thieves, right? It wasn't. They were like a lot of people, apothecaries, spice traders, this type of thing. It's a common practice. When they were all apprehended, back then, they would have been brutally tortured and then killed. So the lighter sentence was, we're just not going to brutally torture you. We're going to kill you, but we're not going to brutally torture you. Nice story, huh, babe?
What story?
Come here. I'm doing a video. I want you guys to meet my son, Jonah.
Hi.
Okay. Thanks, babe. Off you go. And so I thought, okay, yeah, I could see saying, just get it over, just kill me now, right? Instead of like having my nails pulled out, oil boiled on me, whatever. So there's that. So, but that was years later that I found that, like years later. But Thieves, it has these oils in it, rosemary, lemon, what else is in here? Peppermint, let's find out together. Cinnamon, eucalyptus, clove. So there's these oils that are in here that, yeah, they're powerful. These are great oils, but at the time I didn't know. And so here's what I would do. I'm like, wow, they said my kids won't get sick if I rub it on their feet. That sounds like a lot of white nonsense, if you ask me. So I'm going to take it internally. I didn't know about taking oils internally or not internally. I'm like, it's a liquid. I don't think I can die from it. I'm pretty sure. They told me it's natural. So I put it in my smoothies because I'm like, well, let me see. Okay, so hold on. You guys, if you have it, smell it too. Okay, it smells cinnamony. That might be kind of good in a smoothie. Holy mother of God, it was disgusting. It was disgusting. And I think it like ate the plastic of my BPA laden cup, I'm sure. Because not only did my berry smoothie taste like rancid cinnamon, then it tasted like rancid cinnamon plastic. It was disgusting. Like, what a waste, right? Here we're trying to drink green smoothies so that my son isn't dying, right? And now it's gross. And, okay, so there was my story with Thieves. So then I thought, well, I don't know what to do with this. So it just kind of, has it ever happened to you? It just sort of sat on my table, and it wasn't until years later that I trusted it again. Because it wasn't the oil that did anything, it was me. I didn't know how to use it. And then I heard, like at a class, someone say, well, if an oil has lemon in it, you shouldn't put it in plastic. I'm like, okay, I'm going to write that down. Thieves had lemon in it. So I'm thinking, well, maybe that's what ate my cup. I don't know, it was disgusting. And then I have, so in my book, right, there's all these pictures of, let's see, what are these anyway? I think it's something disgusting like plaque. I don't know, tartar removal. And again, I mean, I'm a history buff. I'm not like a big science person, but it's showing all these things that cinnamon and cassia, thyme, oregano, and clove, like things like strep, other things I haven't ever heard of, like, you know, just, and all these numbers. And I'm like, I see the information you're giving me, and I'm sure it's fabulous. I'm sure it's legit. I don't understand it. So here I am feeling stupid again. I ruined a smoothie with Thieves, and I don't read science journals, and looking at slides, I'm like, yeah, I can see one it's less, one it's chunkier, one it's chunkier, one it's chunkier, one it's less. Active ingredients. I feel so stupid. So I put Thieves on the shelf. Now, years later when I learned, okay, maybe I did it wrong. How about I learn, well, why we put it on their feet? Well, I didn't know, which I'm like, gosh, this information would have been good growing up in California, going barefoot all the time. So we have on the bottom of our feet, you have 3,000 pores, right? And that means that your body can absorb things quick through your feet. And I'm like, oh, shoot. I guess we should stop fertilizing the lawn. You guys, we were still fertilizing our lawn. I didn't know. I mean, I liked a green lawn. I lived in fancy-ass Texas. Of course, like my lawn had to be green, right? Otherwise the HOA would find my ass. So there's that. So I didn't know. Like, you guys tell me. Let's digress a little bit. How do you keep your lawn green without chemicals? And if you don't keep it green, the community at large will fine you like $500. It's a bit pesky, isn't it? Okay, sorry, I digress. So now we have Thieves. We're putting it on the kids' feet. And I rub it going to church because I'm like, oh, it's Christmas. I want to smell Christmassy. So I do this and I rub it here. I'm like, yeah, I want to smell Christmassy. And then I'm like, oh my God, my neck is on fire. Yeah, dummy. It's because there's clove and cinnamon. I'm just calling me a dummy, not you guys. It's clove and cinnamon. Oh, snap. Those are hot oils, so they feel like they're burning. Again, if I ask, it's like, well, you should have used a carrier. What the hell is a carrier? It's a fatty oil, coconut oil, olive oil. I'm like, more to learn. Super. Okay. Put on my happy face. I'm learning. Yay. You guys, can I just tell you, it is a complete act of God that I have stayed with essential oils because there is a lot of freaking information to learn if you actually want to do something with it. And if you're like me, and now at this point, I had like 5 kids and I was still homeschooling and the business and, you know, on and on it goes. That's hard, man. So now I learned on myself to not put Thieves on thin skin. We do the feet. Now we put in the diffuser. I will now, because years later it doesn't taste disgusting. I put it in my water because I like that. My children are like, you're a crazy lady. No, thank you. They don't do that. But now we do take it internally, you know, to help keep us healthy in the winter. Like, I understand the properties, but it's taken me years to understand because I had to read this. And here's my little secret. Here's my side tip. Are you ready? I got so frustrated with Young Living members, people who had gone before me and who wouldn't give me just straight answers, that I would Google. I mean, who doesn't love us some Google, the village elder, right? So I would Google benefits of clove oil. And if it said Young Living, or if it said doTERRA or any other essential oil company, I'm like, nope, nope, nope. I feel like that song. Yep. Nope. Like, you know, I didn't want to listen from any MLM. I didn't want to listen from any distributor. I wanted hard, cold, scientific facts. If you sold me something, I'm like, bitch, get out of here. So I would suggest you do that too. Like, don't go to someone who sells it. If you're like me, if you're a skeptic, go to the science. Go to PubMed. Go to scholar.google. For real. Don't listen to somebody because very likely, I mean, I'm just going to be straight up, very likely many people want to sell you this and they haven't done the research themselves. You know why? Because it takes a ridiculous amount of time. A ridiculous amount. This is like 9 years in the making. This is why I'm sitting with you guys just going, guys, let's just chat. So I'm giving you like my sound bites, right? Okay. That's my story of Thieves. If you have it with you, let's not open it. Because just in case you don't have a carrier oil and maybe it gets on your arm and you're going, you know, whatever. I'm going to open it because let's hope I don't put it on my skin. That happens.